Okay, now we are recording. Okay, so
Mhm.
um, let's continue talking about the engineering profile in this book. And you
Uh-huh.
might remember that yesterday we talked
Mhm.
about the technology in use, and we specify a little bit more, talking about the GPS and the GPS
GPS.
applications and stuff like that. We
Functional
describe
applications. Yes.
We describe different usages such as the topographical surveying, the geological exploration, civil engineering, avionics, maritime, and the GPS in cars, of course.
Fleet, yes.
And the next activity, that the ones that we finished yesterday,
Uh-huh.
it's number 5 that you're now looking in the screen. It says,
Yep.
in pairs, explain the
Uh-huh.
main functions and applications of a product made by your company or a product you know about. In this case, for example, you're an engineering manager or you can be a new employee, of course. So you're going to use the language from the section that we worked yesterday, okay?
Uh-huh.
And the phrases in the box. So
Mhm.
the page that we're going to work for, it's this one. It's a resource sheet that I'm supposed to give you. But I'm going to show you my PowerPoint presentation so that
Uh-huh.
you're able to see and we can answer it together. Let's suppose now you're looking at the presentation.
Okay, this table.
Yep. It's the same as the one that I have to give you with the book. You
Mhm.
don't have it in your book, so I don't know if you're able to have like a sheet of paper or you have a notebook maybe, or
Yep.
somewhere that you can write down.
Well, I can write down here.
Okay, okay,
It's more easy for me. But in this
okay.
case, I have to talk about one product, specifically product that I know in this case in
Yes,
my work,
it's a
my
product.
job.
It's a product that you know. I mean, you have two options. You can
Uh-huh.
choose either to talk about a product that you do or you maybe you create or you use at work, or in case you say, I don't use machines or I don't use equipment or something like that,
Yeah.
you can talk about any other product that you want,
Uh-huh.
but you know how does it work and stuff like that, like functions and features. So it's your
Mhm.
decision. In my case, I'm gonna give an example. I'm gonna write it down here. I'm gonna give an
You,
example of a product. Okay. So in my
do you have
case,
one product? Uh-huh.
yes,
Okay.
I'm going to talk about one product. In my case, I want to
Uh-huh.
talk about, I'm going to write it down here. I'm going to talk about an
Electric.
electric drill, okay?
Okay.
Or maybe,
I know electric drill like taladro in Spanish, right?
yes, yes. Or it's also a screw driver. Okay, that's the
Okay.
other name of this stuff, the electric drill or the screwdriver. So
Ah, okay.
below,
It's
you have a
basic tool.
useful language, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we have some phrases. The product's
Mm-hmm.
main use is, the main users of the product are. So let's talk about application, in
Yes.
parentheses, what the product is used for. Okay, my electric drill, I use
Okay.
it
Good.
for, or I can write the phrase down. It's used like that. I'm choosing one of the phrases below. It's used
Just.
for providing a turning force. A turning force. That means that it spins. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it turning force. And what about drilling? It's drilling holes. Okay.
Yes.
So that's the application of the electric drill. Okay. And then
Good
functions and
functions.
features, what
Mm-hmm.
the product do and has. So I
Mm-hmm.
think, okay, what does an electric drill do, or what does an electric drill has in the, I mean, the product or stuff like that, the parts of them.
Part.
Okay.
I mean,
So let's think about the parts of the drill maybe, or the features. I don't know. I can choose, for example, my electric drill has an LED work light. It has a little it has a little light so that I can use it in the day or in the night. It also has a dual gear, a dual gear mode, so that I can change or move in one direction or another. Okay, and it also has
electrical switch or
yes, an
button.
18 volt cordless. Okay,
Cordless.
cordless. That's like the cable, the wire,
Yeah,
so that you have like a good quality. An 18
with
volt cordless is a good quality,
with
so
80
that,
volts. Okay.
yeah, so that my drill functions in a good way, and of course that I have the warranty that I can use it for a long time. Okay,
Okay.
it's not like those reels that you buy it in the market by 200 pesos. No, it's a good quality drill. Okay.
Good.
Uh, and of course, okay, I didn't use the phrases below. It says the product enables you to, the product allows you to, ensures that, and prevents from. Okay, those are any other features, functions that you can use, or applications. So it depends on the description that you want to do about your product, the phrases that you can use or you will need to use. Okay, so I don't know if you have now a product that you want to talk about, or you have no idea what product you want to talk.
No, maybe I can invent one product for right in the table or on the
Okay.
table on the
Okay.
table. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
I think you're able to
Maybe
write down on the table. I think you can do it. You're in the laptop, no? I think you can do it. There's a part where it says draw. It says anotar.
yeah.
Yep, you can click it there, and then you go to the T of text, and I think you can add text.
Okay. Well, in this case, I can talk about. Oh, I can talk about.
Which product do you think?
No, pliers. Is
Okay.
pliers.
What
You
it?
know what is pliers? Pliers is like a pinzas in Spanish.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Pliers.
Yes.
Pliers. Um, mm, mm, pliers is it's a product or this product
Mm-hmm.
or uh, this this product is used to this product is used to uh, no support to fix well I can say fix uh, some things or some components or things that I need um, that I need that I need hold or
Uh-huh.
one more.
Okay, that's the application. I mean, what the product is used for. I use
Uh-huh.
the grippers or the tweezers. That's the other
Uh-huh.
name of for pinzas.
Yes. It's
Uh,
pliers. I think it's P. I don't know if this term is Blies. I don't know if this is that. I don't know. I don't remember if this word is
mhm.
I can spell like
Okay.
Pliynens. I think
Yes.
it is that. I don't know if grippers is the same. I don't know. I don't remember. Is
Yes,
it the same?
the
You remember?
grippers and tweezers are synonyms.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
this in this case, the grippers it has like double functions. Grippers can be either the things that you use in your hand to exercise your hand. Maybe you have listened of those things, and
Yes.
the tweezers that actually the synonym of it. It's
Uh-huh.
like the things that you use to take out like something that it's like tiny, like las
Uh-huh.
pincitas
So
que son muy delgaditas.
could be, yes. Yes,
So
yes,
those
tiny,
are
tiny.
the tweezers, okay?
Yes. In this case, I can say the product is used to fasten on the table
Mhm.
some things um, for repair. Uh, maybe any components. No, I can
Okay.
say that. I can say that. Um, but I can fasten or fix
Mhm.
uh, some components or devices, electric devices, like I don't know. I think in uh, roof fan. I don't know if this is roof fans or refrigerators or I don't know that kind of devices, no electric devices.
Okay. Yes. Well, we can use them. We can write down that the product is used for, and
Mhm.
we can add, for example, to have accessibility to different parts of a product when you're fixing it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we can say that it's let me write down. It's used for. Oh well, I already used that. It's useful. It's useful for.
Okay.
We can say
For
fixing.
fixing.
Yes,
Okay.
fixing
Mhm.
components of the products.
Okay. Yes.
Of the
Or a product.
products. Yes, of the products. And of
And
course, it depends on the kind of gripper or tweezer that you want to talk about. Because we can have
yeah.
the pressure tweezer, we can have the electrical tweezer, and of course it depends
Yes.
of the kind of tweezer that you want to talk about. But in all cases, they help us to fix components of products or stuff like that. Okay.
And
And functions and features, what do the product do and those? Actually, it's just an easy movement, knowing that the grippers it's only like a two-part tool. Because I mean, you use your hand and you apply the force and you apply
yes,
everything.
yes,
So
yes.
the product doesn't do something by itself. Not like the electric drill that maybe it has batteries and it
No,
moves. In this case,
no.
grippers it's a man force tool.
Yes, it's a man force tool.
Man force
Uh,
tool.
man force tool.
And what does it
Some
has? We can describe a tweezer, for example.
sometimes this class or this kind of products has coated
Uh-huh.
by rubber for isolating. You
Okay.
know that in other occasions
Mm-hmm.
we have also this kind of grippers with metal material with different design.
Mm-hmm.
Um, This is pliers. Yes, pliers. Exactly.
Pliers. I already found it in here.
Yes, this is better. Well, that's kind of the futures I know in this case, but I see that with uh, coated with rubber and different design for man force tool, like a man force tool, pressure pliers. I can see that pressure pliers,
Okay.
etc. No, I don't
Okay.
know.
And we can also add that the pliers, grippers, or tweezers, the structure of them, they have something that we call the isolation handle, that it's where you take it,
Isolation.
where you
Okay.
apply the force, and the jaw, you know it, like la quijada,
Okay. Yes. 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 Ciao.
the jaw. So we have like those two parts in a plier: the isolation handle where you take it, and the jaw where the action occurs.
That's term of Joe. Joe. I see in some products like Joe Crusher. You know
Mm-hmm.
that Joe Crusher. Joe Crusher. Like
Not.
cribadora o ¿cómo se dice? Joe Crusher is it's a product. It's a machine. It's a big machine where I can apply rocks, and this. I mean, destroy that's rocks, and give me one final product like sand. You know the sand. This is sand,
The sands.
or different granulometric
Okay.
granulometric for the rock. No, it's interesting.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
the kind of product.
Okay.
Well,
So maybe
another.
do you want to talk about one last project? Any idea that you have?
Okay. Well, I have so much ideas, but I like to talk maybe one product in my work is more easy for me. In this
Okay.
case, you know the loaders,
Loaders.
loaders.
Loaders with D or with T?
Yes, loaders is like one machine that lift the sand since surface to up for char one truck. I mean,
Oh,
uh,
okay. Okay. I think I got the idea of the machine you were talking about.
yes. In this case, this kind of machine
Mm-hmm.
uh, regularly is used for uh, for different materials. Like you can use rocks, sand, and also ground, and in different areas
Mm-hmm.
or job sites that you can work for move material in one space and another site, another job site. Oh,
Okay.
it's interesting.
It's the machine similar or not to the digger or the bulldozer?
Yes, it's bigger. That's totally bigger. Yes,
Okay, okay.
it's good. But in this case, if you want, we can talk about another tool or hand tool. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
hammer. Hammer.
Okay, a
For me
hammer.
is very easy. Hammer.
Okay, I think it's a basic product nowadays, a hammer.
Yes, hammer. Well, in this case, as the application, I can say the main users of the product are this class of tool for heat, different uh, accessories or supplies like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember how can I say clavos. I don't
The
know.
nails.
The nails. Okay.
Nails. It's the same as
Nails.
uñas.
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
remember. Yes. Well, this is interesting in this case. And so the main uses of the product are, okay, driving,
Driving. Yes. It's the same.
driving,
Driving nails.
nails, exactly,
Nails. We can also talk for generating impacts.
generating impacts.
Okay. And what about hitting?
Yeah,
You know, hitting
hitting
the chisels.
and chisels.
Do you
Okay,
know what chisels are?
hitting chisels. Yes,
Yes, perfect.
correct.
Okay, so those are the
Thank
uses
you.
of the application of the hammer actually. And what about
Mhm.
the components or well the features of the hammer? Of
Okay,
course
in
we
this
have
case,
what?
uh,
It's a handle,
mhm.
yes, but what kind
Yes,
of
it's handle.
material? We can
No,
have different materials.
wood or
We
wood
can wood or
steel or
yes, a steel
mhm,
handle.
handle,
Okay.
steel handle. Mhm.
And of course, the what's the main part of the hammer?
Of course, what's the part?
We have the handle and we have the what else? Do you know the head?
Ah, the head.
I mean, it's
Okay.
quite the same, the head. And the head, it's divided in two. In
Ah,
one
okay.
side, in the
Mhm.
one side, you have the claw,
Ah,
like
okay.
Wolverine. You have the claw with the one you take out the nails.
Mhm.
And in the other, you have the face. That's the part that you use to push. Well, not to push, but you have to impact or hit something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Face, cloud.
So these
Mhm.
are the parts um, of the hammer in this case. Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Very good.
Okay, great. So
Good.
that's the main idea. The idea in this activity is for you to know uh,
Mhm.
how can you describe the the products? How can you describe any product to anyone? I mean, it's sometimes happens at work that you need to explain something to someone that is not an engineer. So
Uh-huh.
sometimes there's like that problem or blank space.
Mhm.
How am I going to explain to someone who is not an engineer my
Uh-huh.
terms of engineering? So you
Okay.
need to use like different references or analogies so that the person understands. So that's why we say that you need to explain as you were a manager, but as if you were talking to a new employee who has no idea of what he or she is gonna do or what he or she has no idea of what the product is.
Yes, it's a good. Do you want? I can talk about this, explaining the different function and applications
Hmm.
for this product. Uh, if I if I was in my job, I can talk about this application with these tools. No,
Hmm.
in occasion I start of the following way. No, like this. Well, I see this electric rail and a screwdriver. In this case, it's used for providing turning force and drilling holes, and and this product has functions like an alert were like
Hmm.
dual gear mode and 18 volts cordless. In this case, this is for the waiting or long waitings that you can use in any work. Okay. In the other words, this kind of product is important for different application that you can use easily For the other hand, we have also the grippers or tweezers or pliers, right?
Mhm.
And
Yes.
the application is useful for fixing components of products, and maybe the technicians use it and have used the technicians, sorry, have used the other ways. In my experience,
Mhm.
I have seen that technicians use this class of tool
Mhm.
for, I don't know, um, uh, like hammer or like a screwdriver, but it's the different the application for can use that you use
Mhm.
that you use in this class of job now. Uh,
Yes.
and we also we have the function of these group pliers, like it's a man-force tool
Mhm.
where you can use for isolation handle, or you can have a jaw in this tool, no?
Yes.
Uh, Another hand, we have hammer. The hammer is another product. The hammer is important in and everything works or in all works,
Mhm.
and because the main uses of the product are driving nails, uh, um, generating impacts and hitting chisels. That
Okay.
function in future that we have, well, in this case, we have the hammer with wood or steel handle with a head, claw, and one face. No, this is the parts of the hammer. Uh, so you mean do you think in this case for all the members or I don't know uh,
Mhm. To who?
persons, yes. Do you think what is the main product for you that you can use in this case in this application is important
Determine.
determine the main product for your job no, I think
Okay, for your work activity, yes.
it's okay. Mhm.
Okay, that was great. Thanks. Now, let me move on to again to the book in this part. Okay, so that was the activity, one of the activities that we tried to emphasize in the vocabulary that we work with. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so now let's move on to page 8 in the
To page
first part. Yes, please. Ready?
reading.
So we have in here in page 8 the subject explaining how
Uh-huh.
technology works.
Exactly.
So during this part or section of the unit,
Mhm.
you will find the following vocabulary useful. I'm gonna write it down here.
Mhm.
Let me find the, okay, here it is. I'm gonna write it on the left side. You're gonna find the vocabulary such as the word attach,
Attach. Mhm.
fix,
Fix. Exactly.
connect,
Connect.
link.
It's just one O. I think in connect is
Oh yes,
just one
sorry,
O.
I mistake this one. It's double N like that.
Yes, exactly. Connect. Yes.
Connect, link. We also have the word support. It's another word that it's gonna be useful in this part.
Uh-huh.
The word carry also, drive, power, the propel, control,
Propel. Control.
lift,
Yes.
or raise,
Lifts.
in this case,
Is
ascend, and finally,
uh-huh.
transport.
Transport.
So all, oh my God, all these words are going to be useful during this part, okay? Do you understand or do you know the meaning, or maybe the Spanish word of all this vocabulary? Or is there a word that you do not know the meaning or something like that?
No, I think it's okay because I I bear that terms are familiar for me.
Okay, you're accustomed to
Are
them.
familiar. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know. Attach is like depend. It depends. They use in one sentence, no? But
Mm-hmm.
attach is fijar or anexar. Fix is like reparar o sujetar o reparar. Connect, conectar. Link. Link has a different means, but
Yes, it
link
does.
is linkage or link. eh, eh, digamos, una parte de una extensión, support, okay? I use support my department is product support. Carry
Okay,
out
okay.
or carry things or carry objects, drive, okay? Drive gear or drive, etc. Mando or
Mm-hmm.
principal, power, gives powerful or power, propel,
Okay.
adecuado,
Mm-hmm.
control, lift is like a rise. I think is the same. Lift
Yes,
and rise is the
it's
same
it's
term.
it's similar. Lift,
Similar.
it's when you do it, and raise, it's when it does by
Okay,
itself.
okay.
Okay, that's like the difference. It's the
And
same movement, but with
it,
different force.
okay, and even ascend
Ascend, it's the same, the
ascend
similar
is the
as
same.
lift. Mhm.
And transport. We transport
Transport.
anything. No,
Yes.
I
So,
can transport anything.
so before we begin, let's talk about some terms that we also find during this part. What about,
Okay.
uh, let me use the highlighters, a
Space.
spaceship? Okay. Oh, a
Space.
spaceship, like that. A spaceship. What about versus the space station?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, do you
It's still
know?
different. It's different, no?
Mm-hmm.
Because the spaceship is like I don't know. It's,
Like the plane, maybe
yes,
the
yes,
transportation.
transportation. Yes, transportation.
Mm-hmm.
And a space station is the origin or the base of the spaceship. I think. Uh,
Okay.
uh, yes, it's
Okay, that's a good
uh,
difference. And
where
we
can
also,
parking.
yes, we're also going to talk about some other terms such as the maybe you know it, the orbital space.
Orbital space, okay.
Okay, the orbital space, it's the height that is above objects of the orbit the Earth. Okay,
Okay.
rather than falling rapidly back to Earth, it's the orbital.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's when you start floating, let's say.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Then of
Orbital
course we
space.
also gonna talk about the the remote control. It's
Remote
not like the
control.
remote control of the TV. The remote control as action means to control
Uh-huh.
something from distance. Okay,
Yeah.
like the NASA that can control some satellites, and they are not in the space. They're in the offices. So they have like a
Okay.
remote control of the devices and technology. Okay.
So for remote control, they can use a waiting way or uh, I know the wireless way.
Yes, like
Wireless,
wireless.
the wireless. Yes.
And the last term, it's the payload. Payload,
Yes.
it's a word that is used in the space context, okay, with space and astronauts and stuff like that. The meaning of this is just load, to load something. Okay, it's like the
Yes.
payload.
Payload is
Actually, it's not
like
necessary to add the word
carga útil.
pay.
Yes.
Yes, but I don't know they use payload. They can only
Yes.
use load actually.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these
Okay.
terms are and vocabulary are the ones that you and we are gonna work with in this part. So let's look at the picture. Maybe you can look at the picture in the screen. It has like a blue color and it looks like a
It's a
pentagon.
satellite or it's a
We can have
kiss?
different things. It can be different things. So let's
Uh,
discuss about the following questions. The first one,
uh, okay.
how do you think a space elevator would work?
Okay. This how a space elevator would work? Well, it would work like different components
Okay, yes,
for
because
a lift
actually
for a
we
lift.
have no gravity.
Okay. No.
So how would a space elevator work?
Uh-huh. But the function is for lift some things, I don't know, like astronauts. I think this
Mhm.
say here astronauts or different things. But
Okay,
uh, I mean, this component carry I don't know, suppliers or carry accessories since clean down to clean up. I don't know. I think it is different, but it's very similar to elevator in the air. No, I
the
think
Earth.
it's
Yes, of
the
course it's
earth. Sorry,
different.
in the earth. Yes.
Actually, you already answered the second question. What could it be used for? You said that it can be used
Uh-huh.
to move people or astronauts from one
Okay.
place to
Yes.
another.
Mm-hmm.
Could you please read the third question?
Yep. Um, the title is
No,
Space Elevator.
the third question. What
Okay.
technical?
Okay. What technical challenges would it face?
Which one do you think
Oops.
would be the problems if they want to
Yes.
build a space elevator?
Okay.
Thinking about technical, I forgot the word about technical situations. Which one do you think are the challenges or the problems?
Mhm. Maybe the altitude or height
The
or
height,
altitude height
okay.
and gravity or
Gravity, okay, of course, because we are in space.
um, maybe the dimensions or space into the elevator. I don't know in this case. Uh, uh, payload, maybe payload with no number of members into space or number of persons that need uh, lift, not need lift the elevator.
Okay. And the
Uh,
last question, could you please read it?
is how seriously do you think the concept of space elevators is being taken at present?
Exactly. How seriously? I mean,
Mhm.
we're in 2020. We already have like electric cars, automatic cars,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, how seriously do you think the concept of space elevator is nowadays? Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's crazy? Maybe it's not time.
No,
What do you think?
I think with this technology is necessary and is possible. Totally is possible
Okay.
because we have seen different concepts with own technology.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I know that NASA has produced spaceships and space stations. Well, I think this is possible. Produce one elevator, a space elevator, in the orbital, no, the
Okay.
orbital space.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So now that we answered these questions, let's see if your answers were similar to the article that we have below. So
Mhm.
the article says space elevators preparing for
I'm prepared.
takeoff.
Mhm.
That means this phrase preparing for takeoff, it's not literally. That means that they are preparing to create the first space elevators.
Uh,
That's why they mentioned preparing to take off. That means that they're trying to start building
mhm.
space elevators.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start reading. I'm going to tell you where you can continue, please. So it says,
Uh-huh.
in his novel 1979 novel, The
Cool.
Fountains of Paradise, Arthur C. Clarke wrote about an elevator connecting the Earth's surface to space.
Mhm.
3 decades later, this
Mhm.
science fiction concept is preparing to take off in the real world.
Okay.
NASA has launched the Space Elevator Challenge, a competition with a generous prize fund, and several teams and companies are working on serious research projects aimed at winning it. As its name suggests, a space elevator is designed to raise things into space.
Okay.
Satellites, components for spaceships, supplies for astronauts in space stations, and even astronauts themselves are examples of payloads that could be transported into orbit without the need for explosive and environmentally unfriendly rockets.
Not from the rockets. Okay.
However, the altitude of orbital space, a colossal 35,790 kilometers above the Earth, is
Mhm.
a measure that challenges facing engineers. How could such a height be reached? Could you please finish that?
Yeah, this is good. It's interesting. It's
Could you
interesting.
continue?
The answer is by using an incredible strong and lightweight cable, strong enough to support its own weight and a heavy load. Uh, the design of such a cable is still largely theoretical. This will be attached to a base station on Earth at one end and a satellite in geostationary orbit fixed above a point on the equator. At the other, lift vehicles would then ascend and descend the cable, powered by electromagnetic force and controlled remotely.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Okay.
So, according to what you answer, what happening here? I mean, we answered the questions. What do we think about the space elevator? Which
Uh-huh.
one do we think was the problem? And as
Uh-huh.
you said, the height is one of the
Uh-huh.
problem because we're talking
Yes.
about 35,000 kilometers of distance from the Earth to the space. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine such a big elevator.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Okay, so that would be really, really hate. And of course, we can have different problems. Maybe one day the elevator falls down
Uh-huh.
and there it would be a big, big component or let's see, what was the name of that construction building
Uh,
that falls down.
uh,
Okay, so we have
yes.
like different challenges in here, but it's something that it's real. NASA it's giving a generous price,
Mm-hmm.
and there of course there's a lot of companies and teams that are working and
Yeah,
research projects so that they are able to win that prize. Okay,
exactly. Yes.
they're
Okay.
fighting against each other to know who would be the first one in
Uh-huh.
create and lead
This
to
class of elevator.
uh-huh, to create and lead to a good elevator, space elevator, of course.
Yes. Yes. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
Maybe in 20 years, uh, we can get this class of space elevator. Maybe,
Maybe.
right?
Yes. So maybe you remember that I told you some vocabulary, some verbs. So we have a table down below the article that we have to match the verbs 1 through 9 from the text in exercise 6b to the definitions.
Okay.
You have an example. It says connecting. So what's the meaning of connecting something? Oh, well, it's letter E, to join something together.
Okay.
Okay, that's the definition or the description of this one. So let's look at the verb raise. What's the meaning of
Race.
raise?
Race, I
Read
think,
carefully.
is like the like lift, make something go up.
Exactly. Raise, it's to leave or make something go
Yes.
up. Great. What about
Yes.
transported?
Transported. In this case, we have carried. Carried
Carried.
objects over a distance.
Exactly. Great. Thank you. 4. What about support?
Oh, support. Well,
Yes.
in this case, hold something, the letter B, hold something firmly,
Hold
or
something
B,
firmly.
its
Yes.
weight.
Great. What about letter, sorry, number 5,
Five,
attached?
five. Well, attach is like a fixed. I think it's fixed.
Fixed. Yes.
Fixed. Okay.
Yes.
Fixed. Like a
6,
fixed.
ascent.
Yes. Number 6, ascend is climb up.
Climb
Climb up.
up.
Letter
Yes. Climb
H. Letter
up.
H.
Yes.
Climb up. Okay. Climb up.
So descend, that is the opposite.
Yes. Climb down. Climb
Climb
down.
down. Letter C. Great.
Let's
What about the
see.
word powered?
Power. It's like letter. Provide, in this case
Yes.
is letter D, provided with energy moved by a force.
Exactly. Provide with energy moved by a force. So
Moves
finally we have controlled.
by a force, okay. And control is the last letter F. Driven, have movement, direct.
Okay, excellent.
Directed.
Great. So
Okay.
just repeat with me those words so that you get the pronunciation of them. So repeat with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Connecting,
Connecting,
race,
race,
transported,
transported,
support,
support,
attached,
attach,
ascent,
ascent,
descend,
descent,
powered,
powered,
controlled.
controlled.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me erase these things in here. There it is. And now let's move down to exercise 7, where we have like a half sheet of paper, and it says, James, an engineer, is giving a talk on space
Okay.
elevators. Complete his notes using the correct form of the verbs 1 through 7 in exercise 6C. So we're going to use the vocabulary
Okay.
that we used before, okay? So let me see. I'm going to explain something. It says, some of the verbs have more than one meaning. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see if I can write it down in here, maybe. It says, some of the verbs have more than one meaning. For example, fix.
Fix.
The verb fix has different meanings. The first one could be to attach.
To attach.
Okay, the second one it's to remain.
Okay.
Okay, to remain still.
Uh,
And the last meaning or synonym it's to repair.
Repair. Okay.
When you say I need to fix the bathroom, I need to repair it.
Yep.
We also have the verb carry. It has
Carry.
different meanings. For example, it means to withstand. That means to stay there. Okay. To load something, to withstand a load.
Load. To withstand.
And the other meaning, it's to transport that load.
Transport.
To move it from one place to another.
Exactly.
For example, the conveyor belt carries boxes. And the last verb, it's drive.
Drive.
You know, drive a car, drive something. Drive means to control. Okay. Let me erase to control. For example, the driver drives the car. And the last one, it's to propel. Okay, to propel. That means, for example, the engine drive the wheels. That means that my engine of my car drives the wheel, moves the wheels. Okay. So these are like 3 examples of words that has different meanings. So in case you want to look at them, and you can look at them. Okay.
Okay.
So we have those terms, okay, so that you know, and we have some other terms that we will work with in the activity.
Okay. Well, in this case, I can use the sentence or the number 17. No, in exercise, I can use that terms or words for complete the space and blank. Am I right?
Yes, we have. It's the same about space elevator. So it says, challenge of connecting a satellite to Earth by cable is significant. Okay, we're gonna use different verbs in here.
The next is to support its own weight and be securely.
Yes, securely.
Support in this case because it's talking about weight. Support
Yes, to support its own weight and be securely at each end.
In this case is
at each end, yes, attached. That means that at the end, at the beginning, and at the end of the station, it's securely attached. It doesn't move.
Yes, because they are talking about cable, but each one, I mean, one side and another side.
Yes.
So it's attached. Okay. Will need phenomenal strength to weight ratio, right? Yes, weight ratio. Okay. The next is how could vehicles be
into space?
Okay, be how could vehicles ascend or rise?
Race.
Okay, race. Yes.
Raised. How could vehicles be raised into space up cable?
Up cable. Okay. The next
another note
is self-contained energy source problematic due to weight, have fuel or batteries required to transport? No. Transport.
No, we're talking about the fuel or batteries. That means energy.
Powered.
Power, exacto. To
yes.
power. Okay, to power the vehicle. And the last one are the 2 possible ways round problem.
Exactly. 2 possible ways round problem. Number 1 is transmit electricity wirelessly, but technique only
at research stage. That means that they're investigating, they're searching how to transmit electricity wirelessly.
Yes. And second is solar power, but will only allow vehicle to rise or lift. No? Ascend. Yes, ascend. This is similar.
It was sent slowly, yes.
Not necessarily a problem, as car could be controlled remotely, allowing it to transport
To
payloads
transport,
on
yes.
mains.
To transport payloads on mains. Excellent.
Yep.
Great.
It's
Did
very
you
good.
write the answers now?
Okay. No, that's okay.
Okay, can I erase the answers?
Okay. In this case, no, it's okay. No, it's all complete.
Yes.
Yes, you can erase. Okay, erase. No problem.
Great.
We are recording, so I check.
Yeah, but yeah, you can check it later. It doesn't matter. Great.
Yeah.
So that was a part in here. Then let's finish with listening
Yes.
about these notes that James talked about. So we're gonna listen the part of James, just for you to listen and check your answers. Okay.
In exercise 7A, yes.
Yes, let me see if is this audio. Tell me if you're able to listen the audio. Okay, I'm gonna play it. Listen.
Okay.
Let me see.
1.2.
The engineering challenge of connecting a satellite to Earth using a cable is obviously significant. In order to support its own weight and be securely attached at each end, the cable would require a phenomenal strength-to-weight ratio. Carbon nanotube materials might one day be up to the job, and I'll talk about those in detail later on. How could vehicles be raised into space up the cable? Well, using a self-contained energy source would be problematic due to the weight of fuel or batteries required to power the vehicle. There are two possible ways around this problem: transmitting electricity wirelessly or using solar power. The first technique is only in the early stages of research. The second would allow the vehicle to ascend only very slowly, though this wouldn't necessarily be a problem, as the car could be controlled remotely, allowing it to transport payloads as an unmanned vehicle.
Okay. So maybe you listen and see that our answers were correct, and you could listen the same reading and make a listening comprehension part. Okay, great, excellent. Great. So onto this part, we have finished. Then we'll start with exercise 8 and continue with 9 and exercise 10 later.
Okay.
In our next session. Okay, let me stop recording this part so that we finished this stop in here. Let me look at it. And where is it? Okay, here it is. So let's finish with this now.